You did a pod recently about Sheryl Sandberg stepping down as COO of Facebook, like one of the most powerful positions, certainly for a woman executive in the world. And, you know, she's got billions in stock and so on. She's a very rich woman as a result of cashing this in now, and was beforehand as well. But it was basically, I think the title was something like Death of a Girl Boss. So what does that mean? What did you make of her stepping down, and what do you think is happening here?
Yeah, so my colleague Madeline Osborne crunched some numbers, and there are two really interesting trends that happened over COVID that put us in a very different world than we were in when Lean In, it was 2013, I think, came out and was this massive bestseller.
Her book.
And that's the birth rate ticked up for the first time in like 13 years, some like very long period over the course of COVID, which is really, really interesting. And then secondly, women dropped out of the workforce at a record number. I think it was like something like 2 million or 3 million women have dropped out of the workforce over the course of COVID. That may seem like a really negative development to a lot of people, especially in the Beltway. But Lyman Stone at the Institute for Family Studies was like crunching all the variables and trying to put two and two together. And he was like, actually, this is kind of in line with women's preferences. Most women with children in the home under the age of 18 say they prefer part-time work. And so remote work has given women that opportunity. If you go all the way back to 10 years ago when Lean In came out, it was, the way to fulfill yourself as a woman was to be, prioritizing work and motherhood equally, to figure out how you can do both and not sacrifice one, with the implication that like fulfillment as a woman was being equal to a man in the workforce. And it is just not the case for most women. And I think COVID really rattled, or it just shook women out of that, the trance that the media had tried to put a lot of people in, saying that the only way that you can be a successful woman is to be a COO and also a mother of 3 children, when in fact a lot of women say it's most fulfilling for them to have part-time work or to be at home with their children, to homeschool, whatever it is. And so it just feels like we entered a new chapter. This is like kind of part of the vibe shift, I think, with Sheryl Sandberg stepping down and getting a much, much less warm send-off than she did a welcome when Lean In was published.
It's so interesting. And it gives me hope in a way, Eliana, that, the society comes full circle. Like we get back to the place that makes sense, where if you want to be a girl boss and you want to devote your life to your career and put family second, or, eliminate it, you just want to make your job your life, you can do that. But that we're no longer shaming or just pushing girls toward that as much as we used to, because we're recognizing that this other option, which I grant you, used to be the only option, but not for that long, is still viable and is meaningful and is available to you and a legitimate choice too. Gives me hope on all the social battles that we're fighting right now, that perhaps we could land in a more reasonable place on all of them. But am I too optimistic based on this one thing?
I hope you're right, Megyn. I will say, Emily, I was part of that increase in the birth rate during COVID. I have a 5-month-old, and, having gone through that experience and being back in the office now, I can say it is much harder work to be home with your kids than it is to be in the office and around adults all day. And so I have a whole lot of respect for the women who choose to be at home with their kids and give up, the privilege of being in an office and around adults, and then being able to go home and be with your kids for a couple hours at the end of the day. So I do hope that we're getting to a place where we applaud women for whatever choice that they make.
Yeah. Although I have to say, I look at my 3 kids now and I'm like, please don't become an investment banker. Please don't work on Wall Street. Don't go to a law firm. There's certain law jobs that are okay, but I just feel like the last thing I want is for them to have this huge corporate, boring, money pushing career. That's sort of what I thought made somebody important when I was young. I didn't grow up with money and I wanted some, but I'd hate to see my kids make that choice. I don't know what I want them to do. I don't want to be drunk and on drugs all the time in a band. I don't know. Thankfully, it's really not my decision. It's theirs. But in any event, Death of the Girl Boss was a good episode, and you guys should check it out. Are the high fuel costs putting a damper on your summer vacation plans? From higher prices at the pump to a jump in airfare, it is getting more expensive to get away for a week. But what if you could soak up those vacation vibes year-round in the privacy of your own backyard. Get yourself a Michael Phelps Swim Spa by Master Spas, and you can do it. Whether you want to stay close to home this summer or you just want to extend your break, a Michael Phelps Swim Spa by Master Spas can transform your backyard into an oasis. It combines the benefits of a pool with the therapy of a hot tub. This is going to reinvent your family time and your exercise time if you want it. You will love it. Your family and friends will too. Michael Phelps Swim Spas by Master Spas come in a variety of sizes to complement almost any yard. Even if it's a tiny one, you may think you can't do this. You can. You can. And since it's heated, you can use it year-round in any climate. Michael Phelps Swim Spas are 100% made in the USA by Master Spas, the world's largest swim spa manufacturer. Go to masterspas.com, put in the promo code MK, and you will save $1,000 on a Michael Phelps Swim Spa or $500 on a Master Spas hot tub. That's masterspas.com, promo code MK. Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.